Hello, Wakandan fans of Black Panther, which if you do not like, you're racist. Welcome to episode 19 of the Coinflip podcast. I'm your host, Zachary Mayers, and joining us today we have the infamous cheap Mr. W, Leadbrain. Leadbrain, what's going on?
Not much, man. Wakanda for life!
Wakanda!
Wakanda!
Slit someone's throat and they don't bleed for some miraculous reason.
Whoa.
Anyway, something that was like really annoying me is, you know, vlogs. Why are they so stupid? Vlogging in general.
Oh, fuck.
Because it's like...
Not that they're stupid.
They
I fucking hate the content.
Also, it's not
so
fun
annoying.
content. I heard this tossed around, zero effort content. There's no effort put into it, and it's just like...
Yeah.
I don't know why people, like, mainly children, I'm assuming, they like them so much, because it's like some of the biggest names on YouTube right now. Vloggers. You've got like all this clickbait cancel, like Logan Paul, Jake Paul vlogs, FaZe Banks, fucking Lance Stewart, all this crap.
No, I was on Imgur last night, and I was looking at some lit memes, and it was one of them.
Lit memes.
Like images seen. One of them was images seen before death, and then one guy was looking at himself with an image before he died. And he was like, "What?" And then there's the cat in the hat with the bat.
Yeah. Oh fucking hell.
Oh man.
But, like, vlogging in general is like, I don't get it. Why do kids love it so much? It's like the most popular type of content on YouTube because, you know, idiots like Lance Stewart will spam it and tags and shit. Like, you're watching someone else's life. How is that entertaining? And
I suppose the only guy who does it really well is probably Casey Neistat.
Yeah, but everybody loves him.
But
the
thing with Casey Neistat is they're really well polished.
Yeah.
Like, the music's good, he's good, he's got the character.
Well, I'm fine with, like, them having an editor. Like, it's not the laziness argument. It's just, like, how do you find it entertaining? You're watching someone else's life, and usually they're putting on some fake sort of fuckboy vibe. Just going like, guys, I'm so excited. It's going to be the best vlog
I suppose it could be the same thing as, like, why do people watch podcasts or listen to podcasts?
Well, it's the same thing. Well, podcasts is like...
I suppose the thing with podcasts is
have a reason to exist.
I suppose it's more thought... Podcasts must be more thought-provoking.
Podcasts have a reason to exist. They're spewing out thoughts and ideas, and you can listen to it while you're doing something menial.
Oh, yeah.
Like washing the dishes, I guess, or folding laundry, or playing a grinding and fucking Shadow of War, whatever. Podcasts, they have a reason to exist. Vlogs are just like, you have to watch this terrible content and these unfunny fucking retards like Logan Paul jumping up and down yelling, hey, we're Mavericks, we do things differently, you know, whatever.
Fuck no, I hate Logan Paul.
I
hate his content.
Yeah, but it's not good content too, and it's popular with children because he's entertaining.
And the whole...
in question marks?
And the whole, oh, we found a dead body, let's take a photo.
Yeah, but I never
fucking
really
died.
cared to begin with. I know people overreacted to him finding a dead body, whatever. Oh, he tased a rat, he did this. Yeah, I don't like Logan Paul, he's not a good guy. He makes bad content, he's unfunny, extremely cringy at times, and just comes across as a bit of a douchebag. It's just like, you know, Jake Paul. And it just sucks that, like, all these, like, terrible content YouTubers have to run the platform. Like, they make the most views. And then apparently, in their eyes, their only argument is, well, your argument's invalid because look at my views compared to your views, or look at this compared to this. Like, they're just making terrible comparisons.
And, like, some of the, some ordinary gamer, like, I try to look at, like, watch some smaller channels because I find they have more interesting content.
Me too. I watch, like, Red Team Review, Some Call Me Johnny, great gaming channel. Even Chris Stuckman when he was smaller, and YMS and all that, Ralph the Movie Maker, people who are small, but their content makes up for it, and they'll upload whatever they can, and the videos, their reviews, whatever, well polished. Then it's like, what does effort matter when you can see the shit that's kind of getting views now, like all these crap vlogs and clickbait cancel, like, oh, I pranked my girlfriend, gone sexual, gone left, gone right, gone wrong, Minecraft 2018.
Gone exploded.
Yeah, all this crap. You're like,
yeah. Like, cause, like, well, actually, going on, like, some of YouTubers I watch, one of my popular ones I watch is, Some Ordinary Gamer, and, like, he does a lot of the technical, deep web, virus investigation sort of thing, and they're really cool, and, like, as a character, he's a good, like,
but would you feel that he's, persona. Like, sort of underrated?
I would not say underrated, but I'd say what he does is a very niche thing.
Well, underrated...
Like he looks into EX games, he goes into the deep web and records it. Oh. He looks into viruses
so
and
a bit like you.
Well, like he does IT as his main job, but then he does this on the side.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, he just brings his job into it, so it's sort of like, well... It's like it's alright. It's a niche thing. Like, if you can watch it, you can watch it. But it's sort of like, if you don't want to watch it, no one's gonna make you watch it because it's like,
yeah. But that's the same.
Niche.
You could spin that argument and be like, hey, nobody's forcing me to watch Logan Paul vlogs. I'm just getting called a non-maverick and a faggot for not doing it. I'd never watch his awful content because it's like, you know, YouTube is sort of, I think Grade A Under even made this point. One is a mediocrity or something where, like, you know, talent... Something like... Where
But
talent...
I know the word. I know the word. Basically, it's rather be mediocre, and
It's like,
like
talent is shined upon, lack of talent fucking forgotten, or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't feel that way anymore. It feels the opposite of anything. Like the actual quality content that like don't have frequent uploads. They can always lose to like these fuckboys and fags who are doing like these daily vlogs, and there's fucking one a day, and they're really short, fast, like fake cut, really clean, predictable, safe clickbait shit content.
Yeah.
And it's like it pisses me off that like that's what's popular.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying.
Because that's what children like bright colours, a fast pace, and a fuckboy personality.
The thing you've got to realise is YouTube's a part of a new generation of entertainment.
Generation fucking Z, I don't know.
No, not what I mean. Is like, sort of like, where do you go for your news? Think about it. Where do you go for
well, if I want to know certain something, I'll just go on Google News and just type up a subject that I'm sort of into.
Okay.
But a majority of it is like, I might used to watch something like Young Turks, but I don't like them anymore because they're just like left-leaning bitches sometimes.
But
like,
sometimes when I was watching the Young
varies.
Turks, I was thinking that, they've got some good points.
They're fine.
And then I'm like,
I think my main problem is that
they're too pretentious.
as of 2015, they got even more political, which is something I wasn't really into. And yeah, it's pretentious. As
Sometimes
you said.
I like some of their older stuff was really good because they'd actually talk about real issues.
I'll revisit them every now and again. And it's just like not a necessity.
They've got well produced. Like, I like the two Anne and Cenk. Cenk is good. Like, I know Cenk was slammed with something, but then he was slammed with saying some very racist stuff back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
But then he came out and said, no, that's not me anymore. I've moved on. I've learned. That was good because he admitted he was wrong and he became a better person.
Yeah, nobody can admit they're fucking wrong anymore, and that's like an interesting argument.
And that's why I like
because it's kind of like it's like, isn't it comparable when some idiot pulls up like a Twitter quote you made 6 years ago and says, "Oh, you're a fascist" or some bullshit?
Well, that's the thing. It's just like, wait, did I type that drunk? Was I an idiot, or was I just doing it because?
Or did I just change my views over a long period of time? Probably fucking real, yeah.
I mean, people's views do change over time. You just go.
Well, it's vague because like my opinions on a movie might change if someone brings up a really good point, a solid criticism or something, and then I can look at it and go, "Hey, I disagree. I actually like that," or "Hey, you know what? That isn't that well done. Maybe it's not as great as I thought it was, but I still enjoyed it. Whatever." So like, but my opinions are my opinions. I'll go into a movie, even a fucking video on YouTube, and be like, "Hey, I like this. This could improve. It wasn't your best work. This is fucking terrible. Never make this again."
Yeah, easy. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but then it's just bad. Like the bad content, the zero effort content, is what is shined. That prevails at the end of the day. That's what gets.
And the thing
views.
is, like, that zero effort content. The worst thing about the zero effort content.
It's growing.
No, the fact that it breaks so many of YouTube's code of conduct.
Yeah, it is. Like,
and it just shatters them, and YouTube doesn't give a fuck.
For example, Marcus Dibble got a copyright strike recently because the Autistic Foundation, this isn't a joke, copyrighted his video because he made a joke about Jacob and Logan Paul being autistic. He got...
They are autistic.
Yeah, they are, probably.
It's not the good kind either.
All these clickbait fags like Lance Stewart or Logan Paul, they made some autistic joke or they were showing nipples in the camera or whatever. They're not going to get copyright strike because they're what makes money. For some reason, they are the popular ones. Because in YouTube's eyes, they can do no wrong. Because these like fuckboys, they're easy to promote. They're easy to put in like YouTube Rewind. They're easy to put in YouTube Red Series and all this cancer.
Yeah, and the thing is, YouTube Rewind. Why does it exist?
It's just like a fucking circle jerk at this point.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this terrible content creators we've got all together. We've got these people you never heard of in fucking 10 years. We've got Logan Paul and all these like easy promotable faggots that nobody likes, and we've got terribly done scenes and just a bad.
Like I know it's supposed to be a wrap up of the year of YouTube.
Yeah, but it's like it doesn't even celebrate YouTube really. There's like actual celebrities and shit, which is annoying to say.
I know that is annoying. There should not be any celebrities.
Really gay mainstream songs like fucking that Despacito Cancer playing in the background while Logan and Jake Paul act like spastics the entire time.
Yeah, and they'll like dab at each other and throw slime at each other.
It's just like this is so dumb, man. It's sad that...
I do remember someone, like, around every time there's a YouTube Rewind, someone makes, like, legitimate YouTube Rewind. holy fucking shit, is it edgy?
Yeah, but that was like 2016 when they just like
Oh no,
edited it,
someone
and
made...
they put in like iDubbbz and anything for views. And,
Yeah,
like, I don't
and
know,
then-
Leafy and all that shit.
Yeah, and then
Make
they
it
put
better.
in, no, for last year's one, when Daddy 05's controversy was the thing, they put in, like, at the start of Daddy 05 segment.
I'll be honest, I never cared about that controversy.
Oh, man.
It was just like, oh,
Daddy 05 was fucked.
it's like the controversy. People overreact to the controversy a lot. Like,
Yeah, but the thing with Daddy 05, it was monetized
yeah, I get it. He was
child abuse.
abusing his kids, but
It's like he was fucking making
Whatever.
money from abusing his kids.
and then there was like there was one even last year as well. Fucking remember the Shay Carl shit?
No, I don't. Really like
Well, Shay Carl was this vlogger. He makes terrible vlog content as usual. And Shay Carl was this fucking fag who basically he got caught. DMs were leaked by some porn star. Shay Carl was drunk and he was saying some sexual shit to this porn star girl.
I suppose the thing is...
And Shay Carl's like a family man, and people say, "Oh, he cheated on his wife." No, he didn't. He fucking sent drunk texts to a girl. He didn't touch.
I was
the girl.
gonna
He didn't even
say,
meet
I was
her.
gonna say, with drunk
down.
texts, you're just like, I should probably take that with a grain of salt.
Well, it's
because
like, yeah, you
people
have to
act-
take responsibility, but you don't.
At the same time, he needs to admit, yes,
Everybody's been acting like the Shay Carl thing last year was like the worst thing ever, and he's like Satan. What's he done? He hasn't touched this girl. He hasn't met the girl in real life. He's drunk texted. I repeat, drunk texted this porn star chick or whatever.
He's still, like, he
Is that
should
really worth
probably
overreacting
admit,
for?
like, yes, I had too much, and I don't even remember doing it. Sort of
So
thing.
he's like, "Oh, please forgive me. I didn't mean to do this awful thing that isn't even really that awful."
I
It's just
suppose,
pandering."
in a way,
Not only do we forgive you, I myself don't even care. Not
I was
just because
gonna-
I dislike his content. It's just kind of like, fucking, what you've done isn't exactly bad. Who cares?
yeah.
I do it a lot, to be honest.
Drunk text, drunk calls.
Ah.
That's fucking
Yeah.
funny.
But like, does it matter at the end of the day?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like, ultimately, that's between him and his wife.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't give a shit. I mean, 50% of marriages end in divorce anyway, in today's society.
Yeah.
So it's just
weird.
like, why? It's just like, mate, either you're gonna add to the statistic, or either you're gonna be the statistic, or you're gonna beat the statistic.
Okay, what if some content creator that you actually really like, he suddenly got accused of some shit? Like, I mean, Channel or someone really like, but, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking, like, say if, like, some ordinary gamer got accused of something.
He got accused of drunk texting. Would you give a fuck? I wouldn't.
Drunk texting, that's very minor. It's just
what
like,
someone
I
does
couldn't give
doesn't
a
it
fuck.
really impact like the old videos that they made. Like, oh well, just because this is extreme, but because he's a pedophile now, doesn't mean his old videos are automatically shit. I'm never going to watch them again.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to
I mean-
take him seriously anymore. Or like
I
his
mean,
new content as much.
actually, to
It's
you,
probably
no
bad.
question, to you, at what point would a content creator have to be so heinous, so horrendous, that you would never consume their content again? Like,
They
just-
start getting like political. Their content changes for the worse. It
No.
nosedives into a direction I don't
No.
like. Or they commit something like, "Hey, I'm actually committed murder. I'm going to
Oh.
jail or some shit."
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Extreme cases.
So-
I don't care. If it's
Okay,
like,
not their content going in a way, more
Alright.
like them as an individual
yeah, alright.
was doing
Individual
something,
personally. Alright.
like had done something really
Here's an example.
horrible.
I would not give a fuck if they like, I don't know, there's this boy YouTuber, let's say, and he punches a girl in the street, but he's like, she was attacking me and I was drunk. Would I give a fuck? No. Or if it's like, I beat my friend by accident because he beat me in fucking Fortnite or some shit. I wouldn't care.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Wait, why do I have a feeling that's a thing, though?
Yeah, probably.
Well, I feel like if I look that up right now, I'm gonna find a story.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. But, like, if it's like fucking something even as stupid and simple as, like, hey, this one time I sent drug texts to a girl and I said a threat to murder or whatever, or it was an empty threat because I was drunk or whatever, I wouldn't give a fuck.
It's
Like,
just like,
stuff
wait,
that-
let me look at my text. Ah, shit, sorry.
It's just because the internet is, like, not a private place, so don't try and...
You're not so... Like, have you downloaded your Facebook data?
How do you do that?
Oh, you just go into your, like, I'll show you later, but, it's just like you go into log into it through a web browser, go to settings, download your data. I've looked through my data last night.
And what is it?
It's interesting. It's very
What does
interesting.
it tell you? I don't get it. Like, what is the Zuck done?
Like, if... It would be easier if I show you, but I'll show
What
you.
does the data say? Is it like just...
It's like stuff you've sent, messages you've sent, friend groups, your friends,
yeah.
your phone contacts, websites you've been to, that type of thing.
Well, Facebook's a fucking weird one, because it's like, remember when you first made an account and advertised at someone who we actually knew?
Yeah,
I'm like, how the
yes.
fuck did they do this? It's
Well,
because
it's-
I
it's
logged in
Facebook.
last?
It's Facebook, man.
I don't
it's
get
the
it.
Technology. Just how it, like through it's like because Facebook is algorithms are really good. They can recognize people who don't even have a Facebook account.
Well, Mark Zuckerberg just got fucking grilled by Congress. And,
Yeah.
I mean, he was just spewing out pure bullshit that whole time.
Yeah, but you can't cock. What's the word? You can't cock the sock.
That's pretty much it, yeah. Alright, but like, the thing about Facebook in general is like, you shouldn't really make it. I guess you should make 2 accounts, like one for, let's say, you're a popular YouTuber or whatever, you're a popular online personality, and then make a private one, and tell absolutely no one but like your personal friends and family who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you just try and have one account, it's a terrible idea. You're just going to get spammed and fags are going to send you, oh, here's my dick and all that shit.
Here's my dick.
So you be very careful, and it's just like, it's not the appropriate sort of platform for that kind of crap.
The internet itself has just enabled like amazing things, and then the most stupid things.
It's like a cesspool of cancer and content at the same time, and they all just kind of converge into one sort of Logan Paul video.
Like, there was Dr. Downvote. Oh,
Dr. Downvote.
Have you heard of that guy?
Is that like Dr. Disrespect?
Not really. Like, it's a separate channel. Like, he's really good. But then he said, the internet has enabled people to create the most amazing, pristine content. And then we have the dirty, disgusting stuff of Filthy Frank and anything for views.
But like all them.
Yeah, but
just,
like he was
joking. Their personalities.
Yeah, but the thing is, he was contrasting them to what like a content creator like Casey Neistat does.
Yeah.
For instance, they have like a hyper polished, well dressed, everything's clean,
or even like
sort of
Filthy
thing.
Frank and shit.
And then Filthy Frank, he has like a matted green screen, like spits, and he's like.
Yeah, but even that is kind of like
disgustingly.
polished and just not as much as a fucking fake clean cut vlog like Casey Neistat does. And Casey Neistat's fine, but like Filthy Frank, they're more focused on comedy. And comedy is like sort of surreal, as it's like, hey, we're gonna act like we're not putting effort into it, so everything looks like sort of fake.
Yeah.
And really bad CG. That's like with the Filthy Frank Chin Chin video and all that shit. Like, it's meant to look bad.
Yeah, it's
to sort of show you, oh, you can do it yourself, and the fact that we've sort of gone out of our way to make it look cheap, because that adds to the hilarity in a sense.
Oh yeah, and I hate everything reviewing The Amazing Bulk.
Oh, the best
we
movie
put
ever.
this scene in there with zero effort, and it looked like it had fit in. You believed me, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's a shit show, YouTube in general.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean,
Alright, well, let's move on then.
Yeah, move on to the...
Games you regret playing. Destiny 2.
I've never played Destiny.
I
Destiny 2, sorry.
I didn't even bother buying it. I'm like, my brother's like, "We play this." So I'm like, I don't want to. And then I played through the story in like 5 hours. You know, Crucible and.
And the thing is, like, the gameplay is solid in Destiny, but the story is rubbish.
It's not just the story. There's fucking nothing to do.
It's like it's
after the most
like,
bare-bones story possible in Destiny 2.
I gotta say, like, personally, some of the best shooting game I've ever played is Destiny. But the problem is, its story is garbage, it's repetitive as fuck.
I would rather be playing Halo.
And the multiplayer, I gotta say, the multiplayer is a really fun component, but the thing is, like...
There's no meat on the bone? Because I would
Yeah, there's no meat, there's no, like, like, the bone is strong.
Yeah, but
there's nothing to enjoy on the bone.
The foundation building up the bone is just kind of, like, really slim.
Yeah, basically.
In the way that it's just like, these are the same people who made fucking Halo 2, Halo 3. Why aren't we getting a good story at the end of the day?
And it's kind of, and it's terrible, and it's sad because they have a massive cool world.
Yeah.
They have a cool universe.
I think the idea is
and
like...
they don't even fucking use
I think
it.
the idea is like, hey, it's the first, like, massive MMO that's on consoles and shit, and it's like, you know, we don't put all the game out at once. We'll bring more of it out through fucking pay DLC, even though you had to pay full price for this piece of crap. So that's just kind of the argument, because it's like Destiny is just kind of like, hey, we're making the game as we go along, but you're still paying for more, so we're essentially being even bigger.
It would be better if you want to do that model. You should just go, all right, you get a base game, but then you pay like a set fee, and then the game just keeps...
I don't want to do microtransactions.
No. What I mean is, like, you buy the base game.
Yeah.
Say it's a slightly higher cost, but then every update, every download, is free.
So a fucking season pass, essentially.
Yeah, but not like
built into the game.
Everything is built into it, and you just pay a slightly higher increase.
Okay. But like,
so instead of paying $100, you pay, say, $110. And it comes with fucking everything.
But that's kind of the pre-order argument. I paid for it. I want it now. But it hasn't been finished
and it's
being
guaranteed that every DLC that comes out is free for you to download.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, sort of. I guess you could do something like that, but you know.
But then that comes down to like what the game industry wants to turn into. Because, like, have you ever heard the games for service sort of thing. So instead of buying and owning a game, like you pay a monthly fee and then you can play any game you want in a library.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Something like that.
Actually, what do you think of that? I think that's probably much better. Like, you just pay a monthly fee and then you can download the game and then just... Because
I don't really like the monthly fee thing. I want one solid price and then I can just play it forever. Because let's say, I don't know, Destiny charges you $20 a month. This is an example. It's not real, but Destiny charges you $20 a month. After like 6 months, you're gonna be like, hey, this game isn't worth fucking the $90 I would have paid for, and I've paid like $120, and I'm gonna have to pay more next month.
Well, there's one MMO I want to get into now.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls Online.
No, I wouldn't bother.
I think the thing is because it's been so long.
I'm sure it's gotten better by now. But I just don't care. It's not my thing.
I'm kind of curious to play it. I'm tempted to. If I can find a cheap copy, I'll buy
it. Yeah, you can have my copy.
Oh, you got a copy?
Yeah. I didn't like it when it came out, 2014, 15, stuff shit like that. And I'm like, this is just crap. There's no substance. It's like not even. It's not even good. Obviously, it's not Skyrim. It's not even comparable. I like Morrowind more.
Oh, Morrowind. Yeah, but that was Morrowind, man. Like, the thing is, older games are really good because they're old. And the thing
just
is,
make a fucking Elder Scrolls 6.
I honestly want like an older game that has like all these deep, meaningful stuff, and then it just has modern graphics. That's what I want.
Like an old style game.
Yeah, an old style game with modern. Like ultimately one of my best games that I've ever played is KOTOR. I know I bring this up fucking often.
You want to make either a first game or a remake?
I just want not a remake, a remaster.
No, I'd buy that because I like.
I just want HD graphics on them.
Because I like the first Knights game, I'd probably rebuy that, to be honest. But yeah, a HD skin, obviously, it's awesome to play the originals. But then imagine that reskin to like modern graphics. It looked fucking amazing.
It would. I would play the shit out of that.
I'd do it. That's the reason I like bringing back shit like Spyro and all that.
Yeah. If they want to expand it, go ahead. But honestly, I just want that HD.
Yeah, just leave the game and
because
add
the game is solid. No online component. Just better graphics. That's it.
Well, I don't think the game is pretty great, and the better graphics.
The game is amazing.
Touch it up a bit, man.
Yeah, just the graphics. That's it.
In fact, it was so good that you can play the original, not 360, original Xbox Ones on Xbox One now because it was backwards compatible. Because it's like, hey, we're bringing you 5 old Star Wars classics that you can now play.
Yeah, I suppose the one thing is that its combat mechanics are a bit out of date, but
but it's like Dragon Age. It's
like it's set in like it's based on tabletop mechanics.
Yeah,
which is like it's fine, it's serviceable. It's honestly the character development and the like building your character from like a pissy warrior who has like a tiny blaster to a guy who runs around with a lightsaber slicing everything up.
He ignites his lightsaber and kills his enemy.
Oh!
And you just see like Shrek fading away in Infinity War.
Have you seen Kylo? Kylo, I don't feel so good.
See the one where it's like Lightning McQueen. I don't feel so good, Mater, and he's just fading away.
Oh, I don't feel so good.
Spoiler alert: Lightning McQueen's death in Infinity War was fucking so emotional.
I know.
Like I tell you everything back about Marvel, even though they're shit. But like,
I don't feel so good.
Another game I regret playing is actually not necessarily all Ubisoft gamers, but definitely Assassin's Creed Origins, a new one that just came out. I played through it. I 100%ed it like I do with most Assassin's Creed games. Well, I didn't. I'll be honest.
I suppose if you want, if you 100, like you do, like
last year.
I mean.
Alright, so this is the first.
Would you say it's an improvement over Syndicate?
No, I wouldn't actually. Syndicate. So here's the thing. So 2014 we had a Unity and Rogue. Rogue was recently re-released. I was tempted to buy it, but I'm like, whatever.
Rogue, I quite enjoyed Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue was
probably one of the better Assassin's Creed games I've ever played.
Unity was criticised for having like the worst story. Syndicate came out and I was like, Syndicate's much better. I fucking love Syndicate. Well, yeah, but then it's like after that, last year, they brought out Origins, and Origins somehow has a worse story than fucking Unity. And also, it's just like there's nothing new. Like at least every Assassin's Creed game, they're trying to add something new. Black Flag, they had the ships free. They had the new setting and combat mechanics and shit. But like this one, there's literally fucking nothing. It's no meat on the bones. It's just a fucking hollow bone.
Yeah, I suppose that's why I quite liked Rogue. Rogue was a very...
Rogue was fun, but... Yeah.
Did you ever play... Did you finish Rogue?
I finished it, but I didn't 100% it. It's just like a casual game I enjoyed. I was thinking about buying it.
Because the thing with Rogue is... I was tempted to buy it, but I was just like... Nah.
Because they took a break from Assassin's Creed for 1 year to make that shitty movie. And then they brought out... Origins, and Origins is just like, no, I have no interest anymore.
I think Ubisoft's got their plan now down pat what they're gonna do.
So I actually...
So you know how every year there's another developer for Call of Duty? Well, what Ubisoft's doing is they can't keep going like throwing out the same game every fucking year. Remember there was a point where everyone was like, oh, they're releasing 2 Assassin's Creed games in 1 year?
That was just for 1 year, though.
Yeah, that was for 1 year.
And that was because people were like, oh,
and then the quality was so bad. And the quality was so... And the thing was, Rogue was actually the better one.
Rogue was good, but it sold at less than Unity, because Unity is like next gen, so they just had to port it to the next gen, which I did recently.
And the thing is, Rogue was, I gotta say...
Rogue had a fun story. The main character was pretty fun.
Rogue's story was much, much better.
Yeah. Because Unity was just
because it actually explores...
Hey, shit comes to town and you gotta, do shit with it.
Because it's dynamic. The character's internal conflict is much better.
Yeah, but Assassin's Creed is kind of oversaturated at this
point. But that being said, Rogue is still a generic story. Yeah, we know how it's gonna end, but it's how they get from point A to point B.
But Assassin's Creed, the new one, Origins, is just the point where it's like, it's not even oversaturated. I think it killed the franchise for me. I'm not going to be invested in this year's game.
Actually, one thing I'm going to be honest with you a bit here. The AC Unity story, I did not understand it one fucking bit. I had no idea what was going on the whole time.
I think we understood it, but we didn't like it. And also the characters kind of shit like, fucking Elise or some shit dies at the end. It's like, oh my god. Zero impact death.
From what I figured out was... French Revolution was happening.
Yeah, I know that.
Arno becomes an assassin. Arno was an okay character.
I thought he was really, really dull. But he's with
okay.
Origins, he was the worst protagonist, but then Origins came out. I would fucking hate Origins. Yeah. And if I can go off topic, something I actually didn't regret playing, but the fucking gaming community is too stupid to see the qualities. Oh god, I sound like a douche. Shadow of War's coming out with a new DLC.
The thing with Shadow of War is...
Where... Let me finish.
Yep, sorry.
You go into a completely new region in Mordor called Lifland, which is all desert-like, and you can have Haradrim and fucking Easterlings in your company. It's not just orcs now, so there's more variety, and it looks like a good Assassin's Creed Origins because the Haradrim and stuff and Easterlings, they're sort of Egyptian, Arabic sort of.
Yeah, East soldiers.
And that looks really good. It just feels a little out of place because in the past. The protagonists in Shadow of Mordor and War, there's Blade of Galadriel, there's Talion, there's Celebrimbor, they had wraith powers and they could revive themselves after death. In this one, you're playing as Immortal, the Gondor captain, Baranor?
Yeah.
You're playing as him. So, and a cool new feature is, it's called the Rogue Mode, because you're immortal, you're amortal, you're not immortal, like the other protagonists. If you die, you're dead for good, you have to start the story again. That's a really cool component.
Wait, what?
But how far you get, obviously you don't have to redo every mission again, but it's how far you get, you'll keep gear when you come back, but it's a really cool new component. Not only that, you don't have wraith powers, you can't jump really high and do all this shit.
Wait, and so that means I can't survive a high fall?
Yep. Wait, Baranor has this, gauntlet, which it feels a little out of place in a fantasy world, but it looks cool, where you can have, sort of a grappling hook to a certain extent, and, a parachute when you're jumping from heights, a kite sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta watch some gameplay, it's really intriguing. It looks like a good Assassin's Creed fucking Origins, even though their style is Batman, Arkham, whatever. But even then, it's just kind of not only does that look really fucking cool, it's also you won't be able, because you're mortal, you can't fucking control and hypnotize orcs. All you can do is hire Easterlings. And even then, they can betray you if you don't pay them enough. Shadow War.
Oh yeah, cause I know. I remember in
Yeah, I know you haven't finished Shadow War.
But no, Battle for Middle Earth, the first one.
That was fucking.
When you're playing the evil campaign, and you have to persuade the Easterlings to join you.
Well, you take tribute to the.
You gotta pay tribute to them.
Oh fucking.
And it's a massive gold thing. So it's it makes sense.
Yeah, it's really cool. They're sort of the desert Arabic tribe. So as I said, a good Origins, because Assassin's Creed Origins is crap, and then when I'm looking at this Shadow of War DLC, it's this looks fucking awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, I know you haven't finished Shadow of War, but I definitely advise doing it.
I suppose the thing with Shadow of War you got to keep in mind is, do you know why it was so criticised?
It is a great game at the end of the day. Here's the thing, it's a great game. It's like The Last Jedi. It's great, but the annoying qualities are quite annoying. The way it was marketed. They got rid of the fucking market, which is good, but that's not enough to, sort of take back everything that happened.
Yeah.
The bullshit shit they put in it. Thankfully, it doesn't get in the way too much. You can't buy orcs anymore. There's no more microtransactions.
And the big grind at the end.
They fixed it. I'm angry that was there in the first place. It's gone down from 10 stages of grinding to 5, and there's missions in between now. But it's not as big as people seem. It's not you only have to defend 5 fortresses really now.
Yeah, okay.
But like, I'd advise playing it because Shadow of War's a great game. It's just like that little letdown of the way it was marketed and shit. It's definitely even better to play now. I advise finishing it. And the DLC has kept me kind of intrigued, even if the first one was a little short. But this one, because I didn't really get my fill of like the sort of the mystic vibe from Assassin's Creed Origins, because I thought it was so bare bones and forgettable.
Yeah.
That the Desolation of Mordor will probably keep me invested. Oh, you like Lord of the Rings? Fuck off. Like, it looks really good.
I was going to say, I've been playing through Dishonored 2 recently.
Dishonored is a game I actually didn't regret playing, because I liked the original.
Dishonored is great.
Because you were talking about,
I love Dishonored.
Got to have a chance to play through Dishonored 2. I haven't got a chance, but I've played
I'm now sitting down and playing through it. I'm playing as Emily.
Yeah. Do you think it's an improvement over the first one, or have you finished it yet?
I haven't finished it yet, but I gotta say, the setting is good. Karnaka is interesting.
Yeah.
The fucking bloodflies are so much worse than the rats. I
Because
fucking would rather deal with the rats. Because the thing is, the bloodflies, like, you can kill them, but as long as they've got their nest, they keep coming at you and they hit you hard. And then there's the her powers. I'm not satisfied. Like, I've just maxed out her teleport ability, her grab, which is her teleport ability seems to be amalgamation of grab, time stop, and blink.
Yeah, you've been
Blink is the best one.
Because the abilities in the first one just kind of range from like, hey, you can briefly fucking sort of do this stop time. No, not stop time.
Yeah, but
there's like this
Corvo's powers were fucking devastating.
Yeah.
Like, if you maxed them out, they were fucking powerful.
But did they expand on them like the first one did, or just fucking?
Well, because like you've got I haven't played as Corvo yet. You've got Emily's powers, and then you've got Corvo's powers.
Yeah.
Corvo's are more in line with what the first game had, but Emily's got a whole other set of powers.
But that's like the Knights of the Old Republic thing, where like you have really cool powers with the Force and shit.
Yeah.
And the second Knights of the Old Republic, while still being as good, in my opinion, it expands on it in a way where it's like, fuck, this is fresh to play, and then like the new shit that you have to deal with, and I guess choices, because the first one didn't really do it well.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, well, you can be Jedi, you can be Sith, and I guess Dishonored does that, where it's just kind of like, hey, we've expanded on shit. Not only is it really cool, there's new characters probably in it,
yeah.
But it's like, we've done it so well.
Yeah.
You can get
it still has the same plot of, like, assassinate your way up and then do a massive confrontation at the end.
I regret watching Kingsman 2. That had fucking the same plot as Kingsman 1, just slightly altered. And
yeah, see, I haven't got a problem with them using the same plot. It's just kind of like, make it interesting. Like, make it good.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Like, as long as, like, I haven't got a problem them doing it, just make it, as long as it's, like, fun to
Well, I felt that, it, like, this first Dishonored was good, but the second one, and this isn't a criticism against it, there's nothing drawing me to it. Like, if you say it's amazing, I'll probably have to check it out eventually, but it's like, it's kind of like fucking, well, everybody's raving about Far Cry 5, but I'm like...
Far Cry 5 is fun!
But it's like, there's nothing, like, it just doesn't interest me.
Just play it, just...
No, because I played through fucking Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4, and Primal, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. But
Primal is probably the worst one, though.
Well, yeah. But, like, Far Cry 5 is just
Primal
nothing...
and 4? The thing with Primal and 4 is, they are very far... They're just, like, Primal is boring because it's, like, doesn't give you guns.
Because, well, that's the premise, is, like, the trying to...
And Far Cry 4 is basically copy and paste to Far Cry 3.
Yeah, but Far Cry... Yeah, that's what they said. It's like, hey, Far Cry 5 is worse Far Cry 4, which is worse Far Cry 3.
But Far Cry 5 is like... It's the evolution of the series.
I'm sure it's...
It's sort of like, you know that thing where it's a gradual evolution of the series where they add more and more and more?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, they give you attack helicopters now. And it's just like... It's just fun because
At what point does it become fucking GTA, though?
Yeah, but does that matter, though?
No, it doesn't. But, look, I'm sure Far Cry 5 is a great game. It's just, it doesn't interest me.
To me, you can be far more chaotic in Far Cry than you can be in Grand Theft Auto.
That's cool. I don't mind the chaotic element. I find it cool about Far Cry 3 when I was playing. That's probably my favourite one.
Actually,
it's just like,
Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out with a new trailer. You've seen it?
Yeah, I have.
And it's got Jack Marston with the fucking arm
Is it Jack Marston?
Well, John's fucking dead, so unless it's a prequel.
It's set in...
It's just before the Western era ends, so it's dead. John Marston's fucking dead.
No, when was the fucking... When was the
this
first
game takes
one
place.
set?
This game, 18 something.
1899.
Yeah, this
Where
place
did the first
yeah,
one
this
take
this this game takes place in 1899, like the very end of the Western era.
Yeah, but where did the first one take place in?
I don't fucking know. 1890.
I thought the first one took place in
1889?
I thought the first one took place in 1901.
Nah, that's fucking... No, that was like the beginning of the industrial sort of shit.
Fuck.
Do you reckon all the Rockstar games take place in the same universe? Because that'd be cool.
They probably do.
Fuck, because, you know, if you saw, like, I don't know, you play as Trevor in GTA 6 and you come across John Marston's rotted grave, that'd be funny. You know, shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Rockstar is a very good
I love
developer.
Rockstar games, yeah.
The problem with Rockstar is, I'm gonna say it, they release like open world. That's all they do.
Yeah, but like open world, it takes effort, it takes time.
I know.
When it's done, there's so much to do. That's
but what
why
I'm saying
I'm
is,
still playing fucking Grand Theft Auto to this day. I'm still playing replaying Red Dead 1 to this day. And Red Dead 2,
I've never actually finished Red Dead 1.
Oh, it's a great game. Oh, oh shit! I spoiled John Marston's death.
Yeah, I know he dies.
Fair enough, because everybody knew that was one of the best endings from that generation.
I know that was like, and there's like no matter what you do, he fucking dies.
Yeah, I wish that wasn't so, but I guess it sets the ground for the sequel, because in GTA 5, it's like you can choose to kill all the bad guys and like have a death wish and all the protagonists survive, or you can kill one of the protagonists, or you can kill one of the other protagonists, so you get a few different endings.
Or you can let everyone live and fucking have a massive gunfight at the end.
Yeah, that actually wasn't the original plan, strangely enough, but one of the actors couldn't record at that time, so they had to just go, fuck it, everybody survives.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but like Rockstar, the thing about them is, well, I'm not circle jerking them, but I'm just saying all their games have so much effort, and to the point where it's interesting enough so you can open it up for sequels. Like Red Dead Redemption 2, I probably shouldn't be setting myself up for the high hopes I have, because I'm setting myself up for disappointment at the end of the day. Last Jedi scenario.
Yeah.
But even that's still good.
And
it's like,
I will probably play Red Dead Redemption.
I'll definitely play the second one, because...
But honestly, I want to play... When Cyberpunk comes out, I want to play Cyberpunk.
Oh, you've been gushing about that, yeah.
I've been gushing... Like, ever since, like... Because I've gotten into Cyberpunk more recently.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
How can you not like the Blade Runner sort of thing?
My thing with Blade Runner is... It's very philosophical. Whereas...
I like that shit.
Yeah, like, it's... Not saying it's bad. Not saying philosophical.
It just doesn't grab you in the same...
Yeah, like, I mean, the thing is, like... The thing with, Cyberpunk 2077 is you've got... It's based on the original tabletop game. It's set much farther in the future. And in it, there's classes. And the classes are really interesting.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, there's one class called Netrunner. Basically a hacker, basically.
Okay.
And so the thing is, they directly interface into a network, and then they break into it. But the thing is, how they can be killed is really interesting. What someone can do is they can send an electronic pulse through their connection, and then explode their brain.
It's a bit like Watch Dogs, to be honest.
Yeah, except a lot edgier, a lot darker, and a lot more miserable.
But you don't want it to be like, you know, DC Cinematic Universe dark, where it's just boring.
No, like, it's got to be dark, but it hasn't got to be, like... There's got to be, like... Some hope.
Some hope?
Because the thing is, like, it's... Like, you've got... There's, like, a massive... It's like, you've got rich and poor, and the poor is getting screwed over non-stop, and then you've got the rich who control everything.
Well, I'd be down for a Watch Dogs 3, if that was revived.
I think that was confirmed.
Oh, really? Already?
I think.
Because people overreacted. Watch Dogs 2 isn't a bad game
Watch
at all.
Dogs 2 is amazing.
It's great. It's a fine game.
It's
but, like,
fun.
everybody's just like, oh, it's just boring. There's nothing appealing.
Are you kidding me? The character is so much fucking better.
The character's better, but...
Marcus is amazing.
I still think, like...
Like,
Even though we're not that old, I sort of have nostalgia for Aiden Pierce in the way that it's like, you know, if you give him another shot, make him less sort of murky, it'd be fine.
Honestly,
or just stick with Marcus or create a new one.
I'm surprised no one has done the three protagonists thing again.
That's a cool idea, but even Rockstar was like, you know, doing that in GTA 5 was very hard.
Yeah.
And switching between them at any time when you're in the open world, you know, can you do that well?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, whatever. But it's like, you know...
Because it'd be kind of interesting if, like, in the next Watch Dogs, you could play as both Aiden and Marcus. And then you've got the interesting character dynamics, because Aiden's much older than Marcus.
Yeah.
Like, at least he appears to be. And so he could be, like, he could take on a more grungier role. It's like, you're a fucking kid, shut up.
But then,
and
he
Marcus,
came a long way in the second one. I just, like, I like that the second one had colour and substance.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the whole hipster shit, but whatever, it was fine. Also, the characters you with him, like, you actually have a crew, or a better crew in Watch Dogs 2.
Oh, the crew's so much fucking better.
And, you know,
Wrench
you got like, Wrench, you got Cetera, you got the black guy, whose name I can't remember.
Horatio. You got Josh.
Horatio.
Horatio.
Every group has to
Sintara
have
and
a
Orange.
every group has to have a Josh.
Literally.
And then like the first game was alright because you just had like T-Bone and that.
And then T-Bone gets introduced in this one too, and T-Bone's even...
Yeah, T-Bone was good in the second one too, but the first one you didn't really have much. You had Gordy who barely appeared, then you had like that girl who dies at the end, Clara or whatever.
Oh, Clara.
And then like T-Bone and all that.
And everyone says, "Oh, that death was emotional."
Not really.
Not really.
I did like how that you killed the antagonist in Watch Dogs 1 after you stop the city from fucking
Holy
destroying
fucking
you. You can run Damien or whatever at the lighthouse and it's like, fuck you, man. Psh.
Oh yeah, like the fact is, Watch Dogs ends with Aiden basically killing everyone.
Yeah.
Aiden kills everyone.
That's my complaint with Watch Dogs 2 is you don't get to kill the villain. I like he only goes to prison.
But that's
because Dushin or whatever. I like it when they give you an option, even if it's just an option to kill the villain. I want to kill the villain. Why does he get to fucking live? Even if he
the
is
thing is,
incarcerated?
one thing you got to realize with Watch Dogs, well, the contrast to the characters. Think of it this way: the first Watch Dogs was more of a crime game with hacking abilities, whereas Watch Dogs 2 is more of a hacker game with
hacking abilities. If that makes sense.
With guns.
Yeah, but it's still...
Except you don't really use the guns.
You do sometimes. Like the first mission,
man,
you're breaking into that new Bloom security, or maybe we'll see.
Yeah, but you only really use the stun gun, and I rarely use it.
Yeah,
I just like use stealth and hack.
I guess it's showing that the different characters, hey, they're not going to kill or whatever, because Aiden gets a little dark and
Hayden is brute. Like he kills Lucky Quinn.
Well, he disables his pacemaker.
Yeah, he uses his pacemaker to kill him.
That was a really cool death.
That was a fucking brutal
But then
death.
it's like, what if Dushin gets out of fucking prison? He's back, boys. Just kill him.
And the thing is and then Aiden, of course, kills Damien.
Yeah.
But he spares Geordie, which is interesting.
Well, because they're friends, and it's like, it's kind of like... he
he
reminds me of Loki a bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like they're friends, but they don't fucking like each other.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, guys, we're going to start reviewing next, and because I just mentioned Loki, you can probably guess what the next review is going to be. Loki having sex with a horse. Guys, thank you for joining us for episode 19 of the Coinflip podcast. We'll see you later.